about government will, if you allow government to, and I'm talking about just any Leviathan, any huge, they will take your power away from you. History shows that time and time again. It doesn't have to be right or left wing about that.
Right.
That's to open a history book.
Yeah, it runs on momentum, and the problem is our society is so complex that 90% of the people, 90% of the time, are doing shit that they don't want to be doing to support the machine. Mm-hmm. The machine is that big.
That's right.
It's so big.
Well, think about when taxes are 48% in some brackets, or well, actually in this country, they're 38%. 38% of your day is working for the government. You're 38% of your time you are working for someone else, and you never see the benefits of that. You think
not only that, but your tax money that you've already paid taxes on it, you get taxed again when you buy things. You get sales tax.
Exactly. Oh, and by the way, when you want to leave your inheritance to your kids, you get taxed.
That gets taxed.
Oh, and by the way, at 60,
money that has already been taxed.
Yeah, and your Social Security, if you die before your Social Security, the government gets that money. Your family doesn't get that money. So all that money you're putting away, you better live till you're 65, and then you get it in increments.
Right.
So there are a lot of issues that.
But isn't this the main issue? There's too many people. That's the main issue. The main issue is this thing is gigantic and it's totally out of control. And one of the reasons why is that there's too many of us.
People have been saying that for a long time, and I think that's certainly an issue. And it's, but I happen to believe that human beings with technology and their imagination will be able to accommodate the 9 billion people that are coming in the next 15 years. I mean,
9 billion more?
No, we'll be at 9 billion in about 15 years from most projections. In fact, most of the populations, including the Middle East, the mean age is 35 years old. So there are a lot of countries are actually have stable or negative population growth. Even in Africa, these invest like Moody's or something said that African bonds are actually worth investing in because huge swaths of Africa are now seeing a middle class. 360 million of them have cell phones. What comes with that is less children, because as people move into cities and away from rural areas, they don't have as many children. And so what's been surprising that nobody predicted in the 70s, when you had things like the population bomb that was written and things, is that population in a lot of countries, especially Europe, and now more and more in the Middle East, has actually started to stabilize and decline. Germany has a zero population growth.
Really?
Zero. Mexico, which a lot of people think, well, that they're exploding in population because they have a lot of children here. Mexico now is down to, I believe, 2.6 children a couple, when it used to be literally 8 and 9. So people as they get access to information say, I want more for me. Why do I want 15
Mexicans
children?
Mexicans are fucking crazy with kids, man.
They're amazing.
It's funny that's like an insult somehow or another. If you say something about Mexicans, you say, well, just got like 8 kids, and everybody's like, oh, what are you, racist? Like, no, Mexicans have a lot of kids, and kids are awesome. Yeah. Why is it a bad thing to have a lot of kids?
Right.
Dude, I love kids.
They work hard.
I love having kids. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Like, if you got 8, I'm not hating on you. No. But why is it funny that, if you're Mexican, you have 8 kids?
You say that, and people are like, oh.
Yeah, asshole.
Yeah.
Why are you saying that, asshole?
No, certain cultural sort of things are very resilient.
It's like black people with chicken and watermelon. Why is that bad? Chicken and watermelon are both awesome.
Yeah.
I love them.
I love watermelon. It's fucking delicious, and I love chicken. How come you can't bring up, if you get a black waiter, what would you like? I'd like some chicken and watermelon. Like that, there'll be some tension.
But a lot of that comes back to in the 50s in the South, they would make posters of a black.
Yes. Of course, I know where it all comes from, but it's 2010. Why are we hanging on to that?
Yeah, man.
Chicken is awesome.
Right.
Fried chicken tastes awesome, and watermelon tastes awesome.
How are those bad? Take the power away.
Take the power away from chicken and watermelon. That's ridiculous.
I can't wait till they combine the two.
Although I'm not a fan of the grape soda.
Huh?
I'm not really a grape soda.
Grape Crush?
Fan.
A Grape Crush.